So this is the 50th, yeah, I'm so happy about that, 50th episode of Real Estate Ramblings. And I am so excited about today because I have found that I love making these videos for you guys. I love sharing my experiences with you, my tips, my lessons, advice, all of that, because I want it to be of value to you. I want it to help you whenever it comes time for you to make your next move. So thank you so much for watching. If you're watching now, if you've watched in the past, I really, really appreciate your support. I love the comments, the likes, the shares, all of that. I don't know, it makes me feel really good inside. So thank you. And of course, in honor of the big 5-0, we are going to do a giveaway. So I'm doing not one, but 2 giveaways. All of the details will be in the text that goes along with this video. And the link will be below on where you need to go next. So again, thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. It's really cool. So what should we talk about for the 50th episode? I wanted to talk about something that was applicable to both buyers and sellers, and not just something that was applicable in 2019, but something that could really stand the test of time. So these are my 5 tips on how to create a more smooth real estate transaction, whether you're buying, whether you're selling, and whether you're doing it in 2019 or 2029. So let's get to the list. Number 1, be realistic. So sellers, how does this apply to you? Whenever you're going to sell your house, and I think that this is probably a problem, the way that sellers think, they think it's going to sell like that, right? I think that this is a problem that they think that way because the market has been so good for so long, but the market really is slowing down and it's balancing out now because it was such a seller's market before. So you've got to be realistic about the length of time it takes to sell a home, and also what price you're putting on that listing. So you want to be really smart about your pricing, because again, the pricing can definitely affect the length of time that it takes to sell your property. So home buyers, be realistic. How does this apply to you? You want to make sure that you are getting, number 1, in touch with a mortgage lender months in advance. Yes, months in advance, because you need to know how much you can afford. I don't want you to fall in love with a neighborhood or fall in love with a house before you really start looking actively and then just find out that you can't afford it. So be realistic about your pricing and what you can afford in your budget. The second way would be to save money. So this is probably very obvious when you're buying a home, right? Because you've got just more than the down payment. You've got your, your closing cost. You've got to pay for insurance for a whole year in advance when you close on a home. You've got to pay for an appraisal, an inspection, and then you also have got to, well, you don't have to, but I find that many people want to furnish their home or a couple of rooms of their new homes. So you really want to make sure that you have saved money. Now, sellers, this really applies to you in one key way. I have found that after that inspection report is done and the home buyer has found, 15 different things wrong with the house, probably more, but there might be 1 or 2 things that are really, really important to the buyer that you fix, that you repair, or that you replace. So let's say that this is a great deal, that it's the price that you wanted, it's the time frame that you wanted it in, and all of the other terms are perfect, but they want you to buy a new water heater and you don't have the cash to do that. So you need to make sure that you have got money set aside, a rainy day fund, for these potential things that you might need to fix just to get to the closing table. So the third way that you can ensure a less stressful real estate transaction would be, don't take on new debt. So home buyers, this is so obvious, right? But I see it happen time and time again. People will go out and they will sign up for a new credit card. They will go get a new car. So don't do those things. Don't be stupid. I shouldn't say that, but don't be stupid, okay? Be really, really wise. Watch what you spend and don't take on any new debt. Don't even go out and buy a new, boat for cash, even if you have the cash, because the bank is going to be looking really, really closely at all of your finances, at the way that you spend money, the way that you save money. They're going to take a really deep, intimate look at those numbers. So don't take on any new debt. Now, how does this apply to a seller? Well, in one key way. I have found that many times when you're selling your home, you are about to turn right around and buy a new home. So you're actually kind of a home buyer. So rewind and listen to what I just said. Okay, so the fourth way would be to be patient. Be patient when you're selling your home. It doesn't happen as quickly as it happens on House Hunters. It doesn't happen as quickly as it happens in the movies. It doesn't happen as quickly as it happened here in the DFW Metroplex a year ago. So really pay attention to the market. Ask your realtor about the market. Pay attention to the time of year that you're selling your home. Obviously, the summer, I think most people understand, is the busiest time of year to sell a home. So how does this apply to a home buyer? So you really want to be patient on your search. You want to make sure that you don't just rush into buying the next home immediately, that you don't go out and write that offer first thing after seeing it. You want to sleep on it. You want to talk to your spouse about it. You want to drive around the neighborhood at different times of the day and make sure it's the right move for you. So be patient. Okay, the last way, and this might be my favorite, trust your realtor. So I have found, especially as time goes on, that people are doing their own research, and this is really good. I encourage it. Okay, I'm not discouraging this at all. But I have also found that sometimes people think that they know more than their real estate agent, and that's probably not true. So trust your realtor. And this goes back to what I have preached many times before, but hire the right realtor from the get-go. One that stays in communication with you. One that is always keeping you up to date about what is going on. One that is easy to reach also. And one that seems to have a good grasp on the local market. It will really be an asset to you if you hire the right person from the get-go. And then if you take it a step further and you really trust them, do your own research, but trust what they say. So that is it for this episode of Real Estate Ramblings. I really, really appreciate your support, and I also really, really hope that you go and enter into the giveaway. So thank you so much for watching. If you have a real estate need, if you have a real estate question, I would love to be the one to answer the question and to potentially earn your business in the future. I will see y'all next week. Bye.